are going to read the next unit, that is unit number 3, and the title is Anansi and Five. It's page number 26. Anansi and Five, these are the two characters of the story. First of all, I am going to read the story so that you may know the exact pronunciation of the new words. Once upon a time, long ago, there lived a creature called Anansi. Sometimes Anansi was a spider, sometimes he was a man, and other times he was a strange mix of the two. Anansi was a trickster and he was having a difficult time. He had no money to buy food for his family. As he walked around the village early one morning, he had a scowl on his face and a growl in his stomach. Passing by a neighbor's house, Anansi heard something that pleased him. The neighbor was an old witch. She was an angry and unpleasant witch who became furious whenever anyone said her name. She hated her name. All through her life, people had laughed or looked surprised when they heard what her name was. Can you guess what her name was? It was Five. Anansi peeked through a gap in the witch's fence. She was stirring her big cooking pot and muttering and mumbling a spell. The smoke and sparks were blue and green, so Anansi knew she was cooking up some big magic. Suddenly, she snatched up her staff and started to pound it on the ground as she walked around the pot. Anansi listened carefully to what she said. I curse anyone who says the word five to disappear forever. Anansi rubbed his hand together and jumped around on his 8 hairy legs. This could make me some money or get some food on the table for my family. He smiled widely and his sharp teeth sparkled. Anansi rushed to the path that ran along the riverbank between the village and the marketplace. Soon everyone who was going to the market would walk past. They would be on their way to buy the delicious yams, beets, pulses and grains that would be piled high in the market. Anansi set to work and piled up 5 mounds of earth near the path. They looked just like he had planted 5 yams. Then he sat down and waited. First to come by was little Mrs. Rabbit. She carried a basket full of sweet potato pieces and walked slowly because it was heavy. Anansi stepped forward and smiled. That looked like a big weight. Please rest a while and help me. I don't know how to count, so I cannot tell how many yams I have planted. Mrs. Rabbit was kind, so she stopped. She put down her basket and walked along the road, counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In a flash and a bang, Mrs. Rabbit disappeared. Anansi gobbled down the whole basket of sweet potato in seconds. He licked his lips and sat down again to wait. Not long after, he heard little footsteps on the path and looked up. It was Mr. Duck, and he walked along with his chest held high and his feet made a slip-slap sound on the path. He had a bag with his lunch in it by his side. Mr. Duck stopped when he saw Anansi and asked him how he was. Anansi put on a glum expression. Mr. Duck, I have no idea how to count my yams. Can you help me, please? Mr. Duck bobbed his head and puffed out his chest even further. Well, Anansi, he said, it is quite simple. Start with 1, then it's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Mr. Duck disappeared instantly. Anansi ate up the lunch. Now I know you will be wondering about Anansi's family. Did he think about them? Did he save any food for them? No, he didn't. He ate everything without a thought about any of them. Next to come along on her way to market to buy some tasty treats was Miss Frog. She did not stop when Anansi called after her. Hey, please help me count my plants. She laughed. No way, count them by yourself. She called over her shoulder and she walked away. It did not bother Nancy too much because he knew there would be plenty more chances for him to try his trick out. He imagined what delicious foods he would find. He did not imagine taking any to his hungry children. He was going to eat as much as he could fit in his stomach and then come back and try the trick again on another day. A scurrying sound pulled Nancy out of his daydream. It was Mrs. Shrew. On her tiny bag, she had a huge load of freshly made pies that she was hoping to sell. The load was 3 times her size, and her face was red from the effort she was making. "Oh, Lady Shrew, how nice to see you. Sit a while and rest. I need your help to count my plants, and you can share your wisdom with me." Nancy grinned and showed all his sharp teeth. He was trying hard to be charming because he really wanted to eat all the pies. Mrs. Shrew was not a fool. She could see Nancy's eyes glisten as she looked at the pies. "Well, Nancy, you are kind. I am tired." She put down her load. "How can I help?" "I can count." "I can't count," he lied. "Can you count my yams mounds for me?" Mrs. Shrew smiled. She walked to the nearest mound and stood on it. She pointed to the mound that was farthest away from her. "1, 2, 3, 4, and this one," she said clearly. Nancy frowned. "Do it again. Say all the numbers," he said. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one that I am sitting on." Mrs. Shrew spoke slowly and clearly. A flash of anger passed over Nancy's face. "Come on, say them properly." He was finding it difficult to keep a smile on his face. Again, Mrs. Shrew smiled sweetly and counted slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one here. She pointed to the mound beneath her feet. "Ah, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, shouted Nancy. Instantly, in a big burst of sparks, he disappeared. Mrs. Shrew picked up her load and set off to the market. She would sell these pies and buy mouth-watering delicacies for her family. Now I am going to explain it so that you may understand the story. Once there was a strange creature. Here, strange creature means a very odd creature, a very different and unique type of creature. An odd creature, a different type of creature named Nancy. Now it was very strange name. The writer tells us that sometimes it was a spider, sometimes it was a man, and sometimes it looked like both. Nancy was a trickster. Trickster here means cheater. He was an unfair man. He was having difficult time because he was lacking money. He has no money to meet his needs. One day when he was walking around the village, his face was scowled. Scowl here means that he has angry expressions on his face, and growl in stomach means here that when someone is hungry, a sound comes from his stomach. So that sound is called growling in the stomach. One day when he passed through his neighbor's house, he heard a very pleasant thing, and after listening it, he was very happy. The neighbor was a witch. She was an angry and very ugly witch. She had a very strange name, and that is the reason she hated her name. So what was the name? Her name was Five. Now comes Mr. Duck. He had a bag with him and had some lunch. Mr. Duck saw Nancy and stopped again. Nancy used the same trick, decided to use the trick again by saying that I cannot count the mounds, and how many yams I have planted I have no idea. So can you please count these mounds for me? Mr. Duck was very fine man. He said it's very easy to count. So he also started to count 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. As he said the word 5, suddenly he also disappeared from that place, and Anansi was very happy and ate up all his lunch. Anansi was so selfish that he never think about his family, that they are also hungry at home. Now Anansi met Miss Frog. Anansi again used the same trick and told Miss Frog to count the mounds, but this time Miss Frog was very clever. She said that she will not count, but he himself should count, and went away. Anansi did not mind it because he had no idea. He had the idea that he can earn more money and more food by using the same trick. So he thought to come tomorrow and to again use the trick. He was thinking that the next day he will come and buy some delicious foods for him and for his family. While thinking, he heard a horrible sound. Scurrying sound here means horrible sound. It was Mrs. Shrew, and on her back she had a basket full of pies, and she was going to sell these pies. When Anansi saw the pies, her mouth watered, and he thought to get these pied and asked Lady Shrew to sit and have some rest. He asked for help to count the mounds. Mrs. Shrew smiled and walked to the nearest mound, and she sat on it. Now she started to count 1, 2, 3, 4 and the one mound that I am sitting on. Anansi became very furious. He said, "No, you have to count it properly. Say all the numbers." She again says 1, 2, 3, 4 and she misses the word 5 and says that the one which I am sitting on. Again, Anansi was very much surprised and he was furious, and he told her to count the mounts again. So at the third time, again she counted like this 1, 2, 3, 4 and this one here that I am sitting beneath my feet. Anansi was in more anger now. He said 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, shouted Anansi to say like this. But what happened that as he said the number 5, he himself disappeared and vanished from that place. So this was all about the story. After the story, we are going to read the new words, the vocabulary. In new words we have creature, growl, stirring, expression, scurrying, rubbed, furious, disappear, glum, wandering. Creature, growl, stirring, expression, scurrying, rubbed, furious, disappear, glum, wandering. The vocabulary: charming means very pleasant. Glum, sad or gloomy. Scowl means an angry expression. Peak, secret look. Mumbling, to speak slowly. Beneath means under. Furious, very angry. Trickster means cheater. Fence, its boundary. Now come to the homework. You have to use these words in your own sentences. Pleasant, mumbling, delicious, pleased, plenty, trickster. The story, new words and dictation. So after the new words and vocabulary, we are going to read the answers of the questions. Question number 1. What was the witch's name and why didn't she like it? The witch's name was Fire, and she did not like her name because people laughed when they heard her name. Question number 2. What was the witch doing in her garden? The witch was stirring her big cooking pot and saying some magic spell in the garden. Question number 3. Which animals were not fooled by Anansi. Miss Frog and Mrs. Shoe were not fooled by Anansi. Question number 4. Why did Anansi get angry with Mrs. Shoe? Anansi got angry with Mrs. Shoe because she was not saying the number 5. Question number 5. What was the first animal that Anansi tricked? The first animal that Anansi tricked was Mrs. Rabbit. Question number 6. How many characters are there in the story? You have just read. There are 6 characters in the story. The witch, named 5, Anansi, Mrs. Rabbit, Mr. Duck, Miss Frog, and Mrs. Shoe. Now come to the homework. You have to write about the character of Anansi, the main character of the story. You have to write few lines about this character. So today's class ends here. Thank you.